So essentially, with Chainsaw Man, it is pretty popular. So it doesn't surprise me that it's up there. I've heard a lot of people in my anime groups that I'm a part of, like the Facebook groups, stuff like that, stuff I've seen on
The
Twitter.
nerdy shit. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard them refer to this as part of the Dark Trio, which is interesting. It's almost like they're
Mm.
creating a thing. And the Dark Trio from these people, and I could be making this up, you know what I mean? Like it could only be
This is
my
just
group.
through the
I don't know,
grapevine.
through the grapevine. But I've heard it enough to where I think it's out there in the universe, right? So the
Uh-huh.
Dark Trio are these three from what I've heard. It's Chainsaw Man, which is a show I've watched, Hell's Paradise, which is another show I've watched, and it's up there for some awards. And the third one is Jujutsu Kaisen
Mm.
because they're on the darker side of the animes. It's
Hmm.
almost like anti-hero kind of shit where you get
I
like
thought you were
Sukuna
gonna
who's like an
say Attack on
anti-hero.
Titan
No, no.
because that's pretty dark as
Uh
well.
there's a lot of people who make the debate for a new big 3 and
Uh-huh.
and Attack on Titan's in that one.
Now I love that you brought up the big three, and we had this discussion from time to time as we talk.
Mhm.
The new school one that was in the works originally was what My Hero, Attack on Titan, and help me with the third one. My
My
Hero,
Hero,
Attack on
Attack on
Titan,
Titan. Fuck, it's gonna bother me.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. There you go. Thank you.
So those three were when right before we started the pod. That's where it was at for the most part.
Yeah, and people, that's
Again,
a
this is
debate.
grapevine,
Yeah, and I don't like having that debate with anybody who's not like you because
right?
people lose their mind over this shit. Okay, I
Yeah,
want you guys to understand. We understand that the
it's just a
phrase was
debate.
was literally created to for 3 animes, right? Like we understand that the big 3 was created. That term was created for Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto.
Yes,
Yeah, so those were the 3 it was created for. Like, that term didn't exist. Those are the 3
it's
they
not.
created the
It's
term.
not a studio that made it. It's all
Right,
fan oriented.
right. We understand that that was created to that extent. With that being said, fucking don't come
It's
for our throats, dude. Like, it's fun to
it's
talk
just a
about.
fun convo, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and like we said, the modern big three, that's what it was looking like, and I told you immediately as like this season two for Jujutsu Kaisen was going through, and I was like, something's getting bumped off that list for JJK
Right.
because of how amazing season two was, and it will be interesting to see if JJK can keep this pacing and keep this
There's
excitement because it's like
there's
holy
there's no
shit,
way, right? Like,
yeah.
there's no way. And I mean,
Season
it's
two
tricky too
was
because it's still the manga's still coming out. The
right,
manga is still getting released and not finished yet. And so that'll be interesting to see if like maybe fan reactions could potentially play a role in how he does things in the story in the future. You know what I mean?
right,
Like if a fan reacts something stupid to a certain thing and he would
right.
be like, "Oh, okay, I wanted to do that again here, but I guess I'm not going to fucking do that because it was so shitty." I personally don't think you should tell stories that way, but that would be cool to like one day sit down and ask him. You know what I mean? And be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, was there anything you saw that happened as it was coming out where you're like, oh, I plan on doing this, which is close, but I don't want to do that again." You know what I mean?
Right. And one of the big things with JJK too that we've seen, and you can second this if you agree, is at conventions, man. JJK is dominating conventions.
Oh shit, I didn't even think
Holy
about that.
shit.
Sure is.
Like you look at
Oh
all
yeah.
anime, you at every anime convention, you see generally the same shit. And it's only a select few, which honestly that's the one thing I would change about the anime conventions is I wish that they would diversify it a little bit more, even though, you know, I get it. You got to make money. You're going to go after the popular ones. But
You would think though that that creates the market because like me and you were like they don't have so nobody's gonna have Oshinoko shirts.
right.
You know what I
Like
mean? So
you
you would think that by having that up there, you would fucking corner the market.
yeah, and did you see one Oshinoko
No,
thing
no, I didn't. I would have
at
bought it.
all? Thing.
A Beat Kamachi shirt? Fuck yeah, dude. I'd rock that
Yeah.
shit hard. Like, thought I told you I'd fucking
I
go
thought I
get
told
the
you that we
fucking
won't stop.
I'd go get the fucking light sticks with fucking
Yeah.
aqua. I'd be getting
Yeah.
it. I'd be like,
Or have a jersey with like aqua
Ooh.
on it with the light sticks. and
Yeah,
shit,
that'd be
and just
dope.
have like a beat Kamachi on the back.
And
Dude,
and to be
that'd be
honest with you,
fucking dope.
I don't see a lot of Oshinoko stuff, so it might be a licensing thing. You know what I mean?
It'd be interesting to
It
explore.
might be that they're not giving out the licensing for that or anything like that.
You're
So
right.
that's another possibility there too.
Possibility.
But you
Yeah,
would think with like
but
when you're looking at potential, like it's a potential anime of the year.
right.
You
It's
know
like
what I
you should
mean?
want your shit to be out there.
Yeah, and
It's
you would think that we would see more of it.
and you would think that they're gonna make plenty of money off of licensing their shit. I
Yeah.
mean, it just amazes me how much JJK dominated conventions as well, which
Right.
again, cosplay, posters, fits.
Yeah.
It's
And
it's incredible the impact.
here's fruit for thought. All right? I think I said that right, right? Fruit for thought or is it food for thought?
It's food for thought.
Okay.
Here's fruit for
My bad,
thought.
ladies and gentlemen.